everyone, it's Lilly Cannon.
And Kyle Canon.
And we are here to tell you all about ASN Lifestyle Magazine's July issue. So happy July.
Happy July. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
We're kind of recovering from celebrating, so
For sure.
bear with us.
I have on a special shirt tonight.
Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah, so we have some new products, some new merchandise to purchase at Full Swap Radio. This is the logo from our podcast, Speak Seductively. So if you would like my image on a shirt,
And who wouldn't? Come
on. Go over to Full Swap Radio and check out our merch.
They did such a cool job with that. We're really excited about it.
Yeah.
But let's jump into the magazine
Yeah.
and talk about this.
So first thing, Ask John and Jackie, always a great article to read. Unlocking honesty through consensual non-monogamy. So basically how to be honest with your partner, right?
Yeah. And how important it is in the relationship. I know we discovered that as we were talking about getting into non-monogamy.
Yeah.
We hit so many different topics. We're big talkers. Can you tell?
Communication. Communication is key. The next one is sex worker.
Self-worker.
Sex worker self-publishes unique how-to guide. 3 steps to better boinking. So if you
just
would,
have to love the title.
Yeah, right? If you would like to know from an adult industry worker about how to boink better, then go ahead and check that one out.
And the next one is from Bobby Bedochka, and I apologize if I mess up that last name. Somebody tell me how to say it right. Can sex boost your professional success? And? Yeah,
and I would say that, Bobby, I love the images that go along with articles because just the images project that professional, like, fierce attitude. So talking about the neuroscience of sex and how all those things, endorphins and serotonin, all those things can make us better at our jobs and just better professionals.
And we love this article. I mean, we're nerdy, and
for sure.
We get into a lot of research about stuff like why do we want to be non-monogamous, and this kind of article just hits us.
Yeah.
We love reading it.
Yeah, the more sex, the more productive you are, apparently.
Then the next thing was permissant, positions to help you last longer.
Yeah, and so it would be interesting to know what positions everybody out there thinks that help you last longer.
What positions do you think help us last longer?
Definitely, I do not last very long on top.
No.
So, there's that. Let's see.
Then the next article is a very, very hot and seductive article.
Who wrote that?
Story called Sharon's Punishment.
Huh.
Part 2, a Kyle and Lilly Cannon inspired story. And you get more pictures of Lilly with actually the first picture is Lilly with a model friend of ours where you did a couple shoot. But the story is loosely based on us. Very loosely based, like a lot of my stories, but it's had 5 stars on Amazon.
Yeah.
And if I do say so myself, it's pretty hot.
Yeah, I think I have an audio.
You did read the audio for that book, and that has been getting 5 stars on Amazon and Audible because you're awesome. So if you want to listen to the Audible book, I have had people comment that they've had to pull off the side of the highway to finish the book, so just be careful.
I know, be careful out there listening.
Drive with both hands on the wheel.
The next one is evolve your intimacy with Stephanie and Fox, expressing needs while avoiding entitlement. Talk, communicate, and don't feel like because you say it, you're entitled to get it. Yeah. The next one is our first.
But you can always ask.
But always ask, right? Well, that's the thing about the article. It's always ask because you never know if your partner is going to be into something, and don't feel ashamed like they're going to say no or they're going to think poorly of you. Definitely ask, but also don't feel like if you ask, they have to do it. So.
And it gets into that whole communication thing.
Communicate. Our first unicorn threesome experience, an original SDC member story. So if you want a hot little story, that one is about finding a unicorn.
And we've actually interviewed several people on the podcast who describe themselves as unicorns. I think the last one was our good friend, the yogi nudist.
Yeah.
He describes his first unicorn experience, and you hear her laugh.
I know, he's one of my favorite people. Being Bold with Amber Lee, photographed by Scott Church. So another spread by Scott Church, just beautiful photography, beautiful pictures, beautiful model, all really good things happening there. So another great spread by Scott Church.
And you've heard me talk about this before. I love his work, and black and white photography is definitely my thing. So
yeah, the next one is incredibly important for all swingers and anyone who is having sex at all. STD testing, and to learn about how your STD testing may not be enough, and it's about getting throat swabs and learning about the different things that you might be spreading to people because you are asymptomatic and you might not know that you have something that you're spreading to
and
someone
hopefully
else.
not spreading, and use protection.
Yes, so that's a great article, very informative, things we need to know, right?
And another really intellectual article by Dr. Ziggy, The Chronicles of Dr. Ziggy, part 6 in this one. And again, I can't paraphrase his stuff really well, but I love really getting to the last paragraph where he's talking about how the paradigm of modern marriage is shifting due to non-monogamy and swinging. And it's some powerful stuff, and I think we've seen that just in the last 10 years. How the whole concept of marriage is changing.
Yeah, so Dr. Ziggy is the
hopefully for the better.
The history of swinging, so that was part 6 of that. Mark and Patricia Spencer starting a new chapter at Edington Specer Photography. Some really great history and background information on these photographers and kind of their story and their family history and where they're going with their new photography.
Cool article and
studio.
Really neat photos also.
Yes.
Lifestyle real estate, buy and sell with ASN Lifestyle Magazine. You know, we skim over, we don't really talk about a lot of the articles, the ads and other things in the magazine. There is some good stuff in there for you to find, like we're having a hard time with the iPad, sorry. But anyway, that's a great article, great information, look at that. Then you get the next one.
So the next one is it's time for us to stand up for ourselves and curate a tech revolution for the sexual well-being industry. So this is something we have personally felt being banished from YouTube, but the discrepancy between what the rules say and what they allow and what they don't allow, and not even being able to get information out there and putting stuff out there about STDs or condoms or just
sex positivity.
Sex positive information is now starting to get blocked, and so this article is good.
The thing, it struck me when we were reading this that we have been banned from YouTube, which many of you may know that, for nothing more than what we're doing right now, but it's a sex positive message. And in the article they talked about how YouTube has deleted out a lot of sex positivity while allowing
some other
porn to go through.
X-rated items on there. So definitely check that out and support the cause there. From the Mustang Ranch, the world famous Mustang Ranch lounge chef.
And Jeff the lifestyle chef.
So the recipe today is hickory salt crusted strip steak. And the drink is something that I would personally really like. I'm a huge fan of coconut. So this one is the Boardroom Island Eraser Cocktail. So it's from Hilton Head Island, and it's a very islandy feel. It's got rum and coconut cream and pineapple and orange and all the things that make you feel the summer feels.
I have a feeling I may be making one tonight.
Yeah. I might have to go find some coconut cream.
Then Venus Cuckoldress, a critical conversation for couples. Again, are you sensing a theme? A lot of the articles, a lot of us all talk about the importance of conversation.
Yeah.
And this is a big one. If you're getting into a cuckolding relationship, you want to make sure that you talk about it and talk about the pros and the cons and things you're concerned about or looking forward to. And there was so much good stuff in this article. Venus always has some great stuff.
Yeah.
This is a definite must read.
Yes. The next one is from the point of view of a sugar baby. So if you haven't heard, and it's been around for a long time, like sugar mamas and sugar daddies, right? But the concept of being a sugar baby and looking for a mommy or daddy, and having this whole lifestyle. So that one is one to check out and get some interesting information there.
Then we have Alan's Corner. Sometimes it just gets personal.
Yeah, so Alan, we hope the best for your wife, and that Brandy does well with surgery and everything. So
check out the article. It's a great article. We love Alan's stuff. They've always been fun reading, but
yeah.
Like you said, I think the title's perfect. Sometimes it just gets personal,
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to go there.
And sometimes you got to take a break from your lifestyle because life happens. Right?
Yeah.
Deborah Shade, Swinging Around Labels. So many labels in our society right now, right? And so how do you maneuver through the swinging lifestyle?
Then we have Dear Nikki, and enjoy some of Nikki's fan submitted letters. As usual, these are steamy and hot is overused, but these are steamy and hot. So there's several here that are incredible, great, fun reads. So we may go back and read a few of them later tonight.
Yeah. Let's see. Erica Icon, Violet Doll, Living Doll, Whip Cracker, or both. So this is a lifestyle
She was a cam model for a while.
A worker, lifestyle worker.
Yeah. Sex worker.
Yeah, so she's been in the lifestyle. She's a cam model. She is freaking adorable. And just has an interview with how she's doing her cam model stuff and cryptocurrency and all these things the youngins are talking about these days. Right now, dating myself. Let's see.
Jokes to make you laugh and pee.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Jokes are always fun. Matt Valentine, Lasting Longer, Myths Busted. So, is there a way to last longer? Think about baseball, right? Is that
I don't
the
like
thing?
baseball, so that works
Is that
for
the
me.
thing that you do? So how to actually last longer, and I like his moment where he talks about porn and that it makes everything seem like sex is this outrageously outlandish thing.
2 hour long.
Yeah, that people are holding on for that long, and that's not always reality, but we compare ourselves just like we do with magazines and everything else. We know they're airbrushed, but we compare ourselves anyway.
Well, and we've talked about this in busy lifestyles. Sometimes you just want to do it and be done.
Yeah. So, but if you
in
don't,
a pleasant, positive, fun way.
yeah, lasting longer. Who decided 7 is the acceptable number of sexual partners?
I think that was me. I did that. Sorry.
So there's a whole article about what is the acceptable number when you tell people how many people you've had sex with. Is there a number where you're going to be shamed, or should it matter? But apparently 7's the number. And then the final article is
Roe overturned. Is section 230 next? And I think, for years there's been a lot of discussion in the community about censorship, and we were just talking about it with another article, and I think it's a definite concern. And I have said this on our podcast and in other places. My frustration is sex positivity gets cast in a negative light, and yet you can find stuff on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all those other places that show acts of incredible violence and hatred and anger, and those are allowed to be there. Yeah. And yet you can't show somebody being positive in their sex and sexuality. Yeah. That's a bad thing. I don't get it, and I think this is something that hopefully we can all bring about some change. But it is a concern. I am concerned about it, and we've witnessed firsthand what corporate censorship can do to something that was incredibly positive. So
yes. So, some really fantastic thought-provoking articles. As always, we encourage you to read this with someone you love. There are plenty of things to spark discussions or spark some play. So check out ASN Lifestyle Magazine's July issue, and we will see you all in August.
And the Speak Seductively podcast.
Yes, and go listen to the Speak Seductively podcast.